Everyone's upset with J. Cole at the moment, and with good reason. Over these last few years, he's always been speaking how he is like the greatest, how he's at the top of the mountain, and that no one can mess with him. And to see him bow out like this is disappointing. For some fans, it's disrespectful, and to be honest, it's disheartening. So in the apology, he mentions this.
Prior to this song and the making of this album right here, I was in a cloudy, like dark place, right? Meaning like I was doing shit, I had talent, I had belief in myself, I had motion, but at the same time I also had fear. I had fear that maybe I wouldn't get to where I wanted to go. And so that fear had me moving in an unusual way, right? It had me moving in a way that I damn near was thinking about and listening to people's expectations of me and then responding off of that, right? And around the time I made this song, I had just more of a spiritual alignment. I got more in tune with God, like for the first time in my life and the most clearest time in my life, I got in tune. And it was not a switch. It's not just a switch that I clicked, but it did take work. And I swear to God, I'm so proud of that project because I know one, it's just a lead up. It's just an EP that leads me up to this thing that I've been working on for a long time. And I know the work it took to get to a certain type of skill level. And I love this shit. So that shit mean a lot to me, right? So I'm so proud of that project, except for one part. It's one part of that shit that make me feel like, man, that's the lamest shit I ever did in my fucking life, right? And I know this is not what a lot of people want to hear. I know I can hear my niggas up there right now like, nah, don't do that. But I got to keep it 100 with y'all, right? I damn near had a relapse, right? Because y'all heard some shit that happened 3 weeks ago, however long it was. Y'all heard that bazooka that was dropped on the motherfucking game, right? So all of this time of me moving on my own accord, for the first time I was tested. Why am I tested? Because I got the world and I got my niggas like, what you gonna do, Cole? All of that to say, in my spirit of trying to like get this music out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like I try to like jab my nigga back and I try to keep it friendly. But at the end of the day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, that shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel, that shit disrupts my fucking peace. So what I want to say right here tonight is in the midst of me doing that and in that shit, trying to find a little angle and downplay this nigga's fucking catalog and his greatness, I want to publicly be like, bruh, that was the lamest, like goofiest shit. And I say all that to say, it made me feel like 10 years ago when I was moving incorrectly. And I pray that God align me back up on my purpose and on my path. You know what I mean? I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way. And if he did, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot. I'm gonna take that shit on the chin, boy. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, all good. Like, it's love. And I pray that, I pray that y'all are like, forgive a nigga for like the misstep and then I can get back to my true path. Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The past 2 days felt terrible. Like, it let me know how good I've been sleeping for the past 10 years.
So for me, it kind of stopped being about hip hop and rap at that point, and I kind of started looking at it like a hero's journey, if that makes any sense. And it's like, how would J. Cole respond to his biggest adversary calling him out or just facing this big obstacle? And because for years, you know, he has been putting himself in third place. He's always been putting himself down, or people cast him aside and stuff like that, compared to Drake and Kendrick. And like seeing that shift, seeing who he has become these last few years, seeing how he started grinding and started like just rapping like no other has ever rapped before, basically. And you can't cap on that. Like, he's just been another different level. It's been inspiring, man. It was like, whoa. Like, it makes you kind of want to do better. It's like, yo, like, people can level up here, man. Like, we all can level up as in a way. And so, like, it was really cool seeing that, man. And so I had to go back and watch like the follow up documentary a little bit. And in there, he mentions like, have I left any stone unturned? Have I written my best stuff? Am I satisfied with where I am? And he says no, right? And so from that point on, it has all been leading up to this moment right here. This is like the peak of his journey, right? And where he has to like figure out if he's gonna be like the Vegeta of his story, right? Or is he gonna try and become the Goku? But from what we got, it seems like he wants to be just he's happy being the side character basically, and you know, yeah. And I get it, like right, I get it. Like he just like when um this is a weird comparison, but just when like Gennady Golovkin stopped himself from punching Canelo when he slipped, I feel like J. Cole wanted to wanted to win in a similar fashion, right? Where he wanted to win straight up bar for bar, floor for floor, without going at Kendrick's character or his catalog, but like with all the chaos that was going around, I think he just got lost in it, right? He just got lost in it, and so, I feel like he also has like these like moral, spiritual rules that he wants to keep following. And if he doesn't follow them, he kind of feels like you said, he feels like it misaligns him, and he just starts, he doesn't feel good about it. And I'm not counting Little Pump or any of those rappers because I feel like since he was there with Kendrick from the beginning, basically, right? So there's like a different level of respect. There's a different level of sorry there's a different level of you know there's a different level of respect. And like, so when you move out of character with someone that you respect in that fashion, or you chill with in that fashion, it messes with you. And I feel the same way. I have like these, in a way, like these same moral feelings, that if I move out of my character in certain ways, that I just start feeling guilty, and it starts eating at me, and it starts I even have like these, like, it's okay, it's weird, but like I start getting like even bad karma out of it, like throughout the day, like, or even to a month, until I fix what I've done, or until I've made my wrongs right, right? And I feel like that's how most everyone should be. Some people have different levels to it, and that's everyone's their own person. So I don't, and J. Cole is his own person, so I guess like I give it to him that one. So yeah. Okay, I gotta get some water. So basically, another thing is like he was mentioning how hopefully God can put him back on the path, and then that he can realign him. And me personally, I don't really believe that. I believe that God does not choose your path. I believe that you choose your own path, and God will have obstacles down that path, which will make you grow, which will test you in every which way. But you just gotta trust the process, right? You gotta trust the process. You gotta trust that you're gonna grow from it, and just keep believing in Him, and be like, all right, it is what it is. Let's learn from this. Let's grow from this, and continue on. Um, and so for J. Cole, he failed his last obstacle, I believe. I believe he failed his last obstacle. I believe that, right now, what he has to do is learn and grow from it all. Obviously, when it comes to failure, there will be repercussions, and the repercussions for him right now is the fans' backlash, and he has to do more growth right there, do a little more growth right there. And so, yeah, man, it's an interesting thing that I'm seeing here, which from my perspective, it's pretty interesting, man. And so if he ever decides to go back down this obstacle, decides to come back and revisit this obstacle of being the greatest of this generation and all that good stuff, he has to like go at it without any doubt. He has to believe in the growth that God has placed upon on his spirit, right? He has to believe that, man. Like he has to like, like, yeah, he has to go. That's the only way to go about it, man. That's honestly the only way to go about it, I think. And like one of the options he can do is like either he just has to go on Drake's beats and just like spit the nastiest flow, the nastiest bar, and just in a way. And I feel like that's the only way he can go about it without disrespecting their catalog or their character. But yeah, yeah. That's all I got. It's an interesting moment in hip hop and rap, and just in general for someone's story, or J. Cole's story. So yeah, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Catch y'all later.